like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do, just to cheer up the boys she knew. She made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will begin a 3-game series against the Detroit Tigers at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short, and the Orioles are back home after a travel day off on Monday and a partially successful 4-2 road trip that began really well, a 3-game sweep in Seattle and ended not so good, losing 2 out of 3 to the homeless A's. Yeah, that's a bitter pill to swallow, and now we're faced with a task that doesn't get much tougher. We have to take on the Tigers. This team has the best record in baseball. That's the bad news. The good news is, if we're going to win at least one game in this series, tonight would probably be the best shot because Detroit is going with their 5th starter, I guess you'd say, Gibson Long, who is actually not going to start. The Tigers are pulling one of their moves, one of their okey-doke moves. A right-hander, Gibson Long, will not start the game. They're going to go to a lefty out of their bullpen to start. Don't you hate those Tigers? You know, we need to start using some of these strategies because, look, it's working for Detroit. You can't deny it. It's working. This little game they play with their starters. Brant Herter, who has made one start out of the bullpen, I guess you would say, normally a relief pitcher. He's going to start tonight. Normally, again, out of the pen, 18 appearances, only one start, 33 1/3 innings for Herter, and his ERA is just 1.62 with a .96 whip. So his job is basically to come in for an inning or two and get the lefties in our lineup out, which we have plenty of. We got 5 lefty bats. Partially because, hey, folks, we've got some reinforcements. Pardon me, I need reinforcements. It's called caffeine. Hold on. The Orioles bring back not one, but two position players to the team and into the starting lineup tonight, folks. Cedric Mullins and Jordan Westberg are back with the team. In fact, I need to move a couple of names around on this soundboard now that they're healthy.
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
Where is Westberg?
West is that way.
Okay, and where's Mullins?
Folks said now you know what to do.
All right, they're here, and they're in the lineup tonight, folks. So this pitching matchup is Povich. Cade Povich for us. Brant Herter, again, a lefty reliever, to start for Detroit, with Gibson Long likely to come in. Sawyer Gibson Long probably coming in the second or third inning. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because maybe we'll just screw up their plans and get off to a hot start. The Orioles have the strongest lineup we've seen in quite some time. So this might be the highlight of this series, me reading this starting lineup. Let's go. First, for the visiting Tigers, let's get them out of the way. Jahmai Jones is going to lead off and be the DH. Gleyber Torres will bat second and play second. Riley Green will hit third and play in left field. Dylan Dingler, folks, get your jokes ready, cleanup hitter and catcher. Spencer Torkelson will bat fifth and play at first base. Zach McKinstry will hit sixth and play third base. Wencio Perez is in right field hitting seventh. Javier Baez is at shortstop batting eighth. And finally, Parker Meadows is in center field and batting ninth. Why do I look so short? Is the camera not where it ought to be? I should be a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. A little bit taller. All right, I'll just sit up a little more, okay? Hi. Where was I? I got distracted by my own monitor over here. For the Orioles, here you go. Here's your lineup. I mean, come on, folks. We've got some hitters in here. Jackson Holliday will lead off and play second base. Adley Rutschman will do the catching and bat second. Gunnar Henderson will hit third and play shortstop. Ramon Laureano, who had a really nice series against his former club, the A's, he will be the cleanup hitter and play in left field. Ryan O'Hearn will be out in right field tonight, batting fifth. Jordan Westberg in the lineup. He's at third base hitting sixth. Colton Cowser will be in center field batting seventh. Kobe Mayo makes the lineup playing first base. He will hit eighth. And finally, Ced Mullins getting eased back into action. He will DH tonight and not play in the field. Two corresponding moves for the additions of Westberg and Mullins, and I have to say neither one too much of a surprise. Emmanuel Rivera, who has provided us since late last season and some of this year a little bit of help as a backup corner infielder, but unfortunately he doesn't have any options. We had to make room. Emmanuel Rivera has been designated for assignment and has the ability to be picked up through waivers by any other club over the next week or so. If he is not, perhaps we can convince him to rejoin the club. But for now, Emmanuel Rivera is a gun for hire for any club that might want to make room for him on their roster. Meanwhile, Heston Kjerstad is the odd man out from the outfield. Dylan Carlson will stay with the team for now. Kjerstad had a long run as a regular for a couple of months there while Cowser was out. And, of course, Mullins has been out for some. Laureano has been out for some. O'Neill's been out for some. So Kjerstad has had the opportunity a couple of months as an everyday player pretty much. And, unfortunately, it just hasn't worked out for him. I need to remind folks that he's not a spring chicken. Kjerstad is 26 years old, and, we at least have the ability to option him back to AAA, and considering with Cowser back and Mullins back, that's two everyday players that you want in the lineup. They're both lefty bats in the outfield that provide good defense, and then you got O'Neill and Laureano to fill in that third spot, or both play against lefties perhaps. So it really doesn't leave a place for Kjerstad to get any kind of regular playing time. So to me, it makes sense to send him down before Carlson. Send him down, work on his defense, work on that batting approach where he just needs to learn how to make contact a little more frequently. We'll probably see Heston Kjerstad back with the team, I would imagine, before this season is over. Especially once the trade deadline comes up and things happen. Unless, of course, Kjerstad is involved in a trade going out. But with the movement that is expected in the middle of the season, yeah, I got a feeling we haven't seen the last of Kjerstad, provided that he's still with the organization after that. Okay, let's get this game up on the screen. It's 5 minutes till first pitch. And, folks, we're the first game on around the league today. So any casual baseball fans hungry for something, well, we're the only game on, at least for 5 minutes. So, hey, if you happen to be checking out my channel, welcome in. This is a channel dedicated to covering live Orioles baseball every single game. I don't miss them, folks. I've got a minor case of sciatica right now. It ain't stopping me. But, yeah, if you enjoy what you see here, please think about subscribing to the channel. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers. And, yeah, feel free to hang out, stay a while. You're welcome here. Looks like my primary link isn't working. Stand by. I have to fill dead air. I got nothing. All right, I'll just throw out a customary how's everybody doing in the Charm City chat, folks. I hope you had a good end to your weekend and a decent Monday. I hate Mondays. What is going on with this link? Come on now. It's just spinning in a circle. Don't make me watch the standard definition version again. I had to do that the other day. What is going on? Look, I know it's the first game of the night. Maybe somebody over at MLB Network needs to wake up from a nap and realize that there's a game that needs to be sent out to those who are depending on digital online format for their baseball content. Hello, where's the game? Dag nabbit, what is going on? This game's 3 minutes away from starting. I can't get it to open. This is a great advertisement. Here I am talking about how we're the only game on, and maybe there's some folks here. Well, damn. James! All right, look. Let's just start over. Enough of this nonsense. I got time for this. Come on. Cooperate, you silly goose. All right, folks, cross your fingers. Going back in. Good Lord. What a pain in the buttocks. All right, are you going to open or what? Hey, we're up. All right, good Lord. Got me freaking out over here. 2.5 minutes to just turn the damn game on. All right, game's up. So your lineups, your starting pitchers, your news and notes. Let me make sure there aren't others here besides the player movement. Tony Mansolino said there's a small percentage that Gary Sanchez and Tyler O'Neill will be reinstated on this homestand. So, small percentage. So, I would take that to mean that, if you don't see Gary Sanchez and Tyler O'Neill with the team by the end of this homestand, then expect them on the road trip starting early next week when we go to Tampa Bay. I believe we go to Tampa Bay. Hey, here's another interesting note. Happened about an hour ago. The Texas Rangers have signed Craig Kimbrell. I repeat, the Texas Rangers have signed Craig Kimbrell. The Orioles, by the way, regarding the Rangers, we play them 6 times between now and the end of the month. So if Kimbrel's there and they haven't cut him within 5 games, which could be like a 50-50 chance, who knows? But there's a chance we could be looking at Craig Kimbrel as an opponent here in the next couple of weeks. I tell you this, if we play the Rangers and they're up by a run in the 9th and they bring in Kimbrel for the save, if we don't make him blow it, I mean, come on. All right, folks, we're ready for baseball. Tuesday night, first game of 3 against, again, the team with the best record in baseball, the Detroit Tigers. Jahmai Jones in the box, a right-handed hitter, and Cade Povich's first pitch of the night is at the bottom of the zone for a called strike. We are underway in Baltimore. 6:35 p.m. and a lovely-looking evening in Baltimore, I must say. Swing and a miss on a fastball, a foul tip, actually. The count is 0-2. Jahmai Jones just got into this team. He's only had 2 at-bats. He's gotten hits in both. 2 for 2 to begin his season. Fastball is high, 2 balls and 1 strike. The Tigers are wearing their classic road grays with the dark blue and trim. A little bit of orange in there. Swing and a miss. It's a strikeout to begin the ball game.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Povich, 1 batter, 1 strikeout. Nice start. Orioles are wearing their home whites. Povich is chomping on some bubble gum, and there's a curveball in there for a strike to Gleyber Torres. Get this scoreboard up here in a sec as soon as it's working. 0-1 pitch, fastball up and away, a ball and a strike. Gleyber's hitting .269. Obviously, you guys remember him from his days with the Yankees. He lifts a fly ball to right field, going back on it, but with room, Ryan O'Hearn makes the catch on the edge of the track in front of the grounds crew shed. Opposite field fly ball. You could tell off the bat it didn't have enough on it to get out of here, but it did get to the edge of the track. 2 down for Riley Green, and this is a really talented left-handed batter. Good young hitter. And that's a called strike. I guess it goes without saying, when you're a first-place team, your number 3 hitter is probably pretty good. The 0-1 pitch is smacked to the opposite field, but foul, 0-2. Green's hitting .276, 13 homers, 44 driven in. And there's the scoreboard. There we go. The 0-2. That is a sweeper. A chase pitch. Green did not chase. All right, well, 99 just wants to tell me I'm wrong. Okay, he's mid. Okay. Well, I'd like a mid guy hit third in my lineup with the best record in baseball. 2-2 the count. It just doesn't seem to add up. How do you have the best record in baseball, bat third, but you're a mid? Okay. 2-2 pitch. Fouled at the plate, we'll do it again. I mean, look, I hope he stinks. I hope he goes 0 for the series. You honestly don't know. All right, well, apparently the Tigers know. The 2-2 pitch on the outside edge, a little bit off by an inch or two. Full count. 2 down, nobody on, just getting started, top of the first. The pitch popped up behind the plate and out of play. Hey there, George. Folks, I'll say hi to everybody here in the Charm City chat. right here in between the top and bottom of the first inning here. I just did a whole lot of mush-mouthed speak. Sorry. Full count pitch, fouled away. We'll do it again. I need more coffee. I am adjusting getting back into the groove of waking up in the dead of night rather than that really nice week out west. Here's a full count pitch. One more time. That one is hit to right down the corner, but foul. Boy, this mid-batter is tough out. Still 3-2. Another payoff pitch from Povich to Green, and Green lays off a curveball for ball 4. That pitch went into the dirt off the plate outside. It's a 2-out walk. I'm not trying to compare Riley Green to Pete Crow Armstrong, but okay. What is this? Hi, how are you? Here's Dylan Dingler, 2 down. And a curveball in there for a strike. Oh, and 1 the count. This pitch is popped up right field. Foul ground, and on the other side of the screen, takes a giant bounce into the stands about 20 rows back. Oh, boy. I just got a feeling somebody who I've never seen in chat before is just really going to... Hey, mods, red flags? Anybody see any? 0-2 the count on Dingler. And this ball's hit foul left side. Still 0-2. Povich now up to 20 pitches after getting the first 2 outs pretty quickly. All right, well. Is this your first time in chat, bro? The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 287 average for Dingler. Okay. Well, enjoy the ball game. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, runner at first. Let's get out of this inning. Swing and a miss. We do. See you later.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
A 2-out walk to Riley Green. That's it. Povich does have to throw over 20 pitches. Needs to get that count down, but we're through half an inning. And we go to the bottom of the first. Tigers nothing, and the Orioles coming up. Holiday, Rutschman, and Gunnar is due up. Folks, again, the lineup. Take a look. If you're just arriving, the Orioles have Jordan Westberg and Cedric Mullins back and in the lineup. So you got Holiday, Rutschman, Henderson, Laureano, O'Hearn, Westberg, Cowser, Mayo, and Mullins, folks. You know the lineup is healthy when said Mullins is your number 9 batter. Now, if we can get all these guys to play at their best abilities, this is one of the better lineups in baseball. I ain't joking. They just got to get it together. And hopefully we'll see a spark tonight with Westberg and Mullins back in there. Let's hope so. All right. Charm City chat. We've got Slater, Birdland, Let's Go Ravens, El Duderino, Baseheck, Ryan, Patrick, Daniel, Janet, Robert, David in France, Joel, Froggy's here. 99 over 22, Sean Finns. And George. I get everybody? I'm scrolling. Brea. There's Brea. Hey, y'all. Let's go O's. I agree. Let's go. Again, folks, you look at the 3 games coming up here against these Tigers. This looks like the best opportunity for a W and a great way to start the series. Give us a shot at winning it with 2 games to go. If we can get to them tonight. Again, lefty reliever Brian Herter on, and Jackson Holliday first pitch swinging, flies it into right center field. But unfortunately, it hangs up there for the right fielder. Makes the catch in the gap. A 1 pitch out. Holliday loves going after the first pitch. I don't mind it on occasion, but when you're the leadoff hitter, particularly first batter of the ball game, I much prefer to see a guy work a count. Let his teammates see what the pitcher's throwing. There's a first pitch called strike to Rutschman. That looked about an inch off the plate.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Yeah, folks, Skubal pitches the final game of the series, so you kind of have to plan to lose that one. It would just be a really refreshing surprise if we won it. Rutschman with a foul ball down in the right field corner. It's 0-2. So, yeah, if we're going to probably be tough to win on Thursday, then, yeah, you want to win tonight and then set up tomorrow as that kind of backwards rubber game. Adley Rutschman. Prolly, folks. Nothing's definite. Only Prolly. The 0-2 pitch, low to Rutschman. Adley's hitting .227 coming into tonight. Hopefully the hitting he did on the road will carry over back home. 1-2 pitch. In there, called strike 3. What are you looking at, Adley? Middle of the plate, bottom of the zone. 2 down. I mean, no interest in fighting that one off. Just taking that one all the way. Okay. Herter throws a sinker, a sweeper, a changeup, and a 4-seamer. So basically, 3 of his 4 pitches are pretty straight. Only the sweeper has a lot of movement on it. Here's Gunnar Henderson. He takes a first pitch strike.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Next pitch, that's the sweeper. It's below the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gunnar's average right now at .265. This ball is a giant bounce, and it bounces over the glove of Gleyber Torres. He got a glove down. I mean, that is a chop you only see in Baltimore, folks. Gunnar is on. That's going to be an error on Torres. Not a hit, but we'll take it. Turn on the faucet. All right, 2 down, runner on for Ramon Laureano. And first pitch is a strike on the outside edge.
Ramon just threw a rock at me.
Laureano, 264, 7 homers, 15 driven in. And even with all the healthy players back, look where he's doing. Look what he's doing. Batting cleanup. 0-1 pitch is a sweeper that stays outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Laureano basically has usurped the role of Tyler O'Neill in my eyes. Not only is he playing the position and doing a better job in the field, I think. Here he is batting in the same spot in the lineup you'd expect O'Neill. Swing and a miss here. The count is 1-2. Opponents are hitting just 122. Lefty opponents, I should say. Left-handed batters, just 122 off a herder. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside edge, a backdoor sweeper, and the inning is over. Tough pitch there from Herder. All right, he pitched 1 inning. The Orioles got 1 base runner on an error. He'll probably pitch 1 more, and that'll be it. We go to the second now. No score. Orioles and Tigers. What is the O's records versus lefties? I don't know off the top of my head, but it's worse than it is against righties. I really don't know. I'd only be guessing, and I don't want to guess because I'll be wrong. But it's like losing 2 out of 3. Let's put it that way. Pretty sure it's close to, for every win we get, we lose 2. Might even be worse. Might be a stat head out there. Hey, Rhino, what's up? Sorry I didn't see you. I've got all the avatars blocked, and right now everybody chatting is a mod, so all these names are kind of just mixed up together. Ronnie gave me a like. Thanks, Ronnie. What's up, Rhino? You got any games going on tonight, buddy? What is shaking in the Rhino Nation? All good? Looks like you got a different avatar. Or it looks similar, but it looks more colorful. Did you tweak it a little bit? It looks like it pops better. If you didn't do anything, then I'm nuts. But if you did, I think you did a good job because it pops. Popping. Nothing tonight. Going to the zoo with the fam tomorrow. And you're in, is it Colorado? I don't want to dox you or anything. But you're in Colorado, right? They got a nice zoo out where you are? I was spoiled growing up with the National Zoo in D.C. Took a lot of field trips there. All right, we're in the second inning, and Spencer Torkelson takes a fastball right at the top of the zone for a called strike. He did tweak it. Look at me. I'm paying attention, Rhino. I'm paying attention. 0-1 the count on Torkelson. His average down to 237. I want to say when we faced the Tigers a month ago or so, he was hitting a lot better than that, so he must be in a bit of a funk. 1-1 pitch. Fouled down the left side. 1-2. Got the Norfolk Zoo. Have we only played 11 games? I feel lucky. 2-9 against left-handed starting pitchers. I would have sworn we would have played more games than that. I might have to go back and look at every box score to confirm this. I don't know if I can believe it. This pitch has popped up. It's bad. That much is certain. It's bad. This is a foul ball. 2-2 on Torkelson, leading off the top of the second. Yeah, you know, hard to keep it up behind the dingler, isn't it? The 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. See you later.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Povich has struck out 3 of the first 4 batters. He's retired. Hello. Strikeout pitch is working. And with that out, Povich's ERA now in the 4s. 4.99. Hey, it's in the 4s. First pitch here to Zach McKinstry, a left-handed batter, is a little bit outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Folks, I hope you've all recovered from the ball sack series. We basically got drop kicked in the ball sack. Here's a line drive base hit down the right field line. It'll be for extra bases. O'Hearn, hurry up and get to it, buddies. McKinstry's thinking 3. The throw in is mishandled. Just a really bad defensive showing there for Baltimore between O'Hearn taking too much time getting that ball out of the corner and then the throw in. Nobody seemed to be able to handle it and went Gunner's way. It's a triple for McKinstry. I mean, I can't blame O'Hearn too much for the way he played that ball. On second look, I give O'Hearn a little bit more of a pass. I don't think there's going to be an error on that play. I think that's a triple all the way. So runner at third with only 1 out, and Wencio Perez at the plate. First pitch is a ball, and the next one is a strike. 1-1 the count on Perez. The Tigers have a runner 90 feet away with less than 2 out. First major threat of the day for either team. Curveball left outside. Wencio Perez is hitting .294. I believe he's a switch hitter. 2-1 pitch is hit in the air. Right side, O'Hearn will camp under it, throw it in. McKinstry will break for home plate. The throw is way offline. And not a whole lot on it. Would have been late anyway if word online. And the Tigers are on the board first. It is a sac fly for Wencio Perez. 1-0 Detroit in the top of the second. Base is empty now with 2 down. Now, Povich is rocking a bit of a mustache. Has he always had that? Povich working a little bit of a stash. Here is Javi Baez, veteran. Well, it's hard to call him a shortstop. He's played a lot of center field this year. He is playing short tonight. Veteran batter, Javier Baez, .270 average. A bit of a renaissance season for him. Here's a curveball that's in there for strike 2. Nice pitch from Povich to get ahead 0-2 on Baez. Pitch in the dirt. Detroit comes in with a record of 43-24, 19 games over 500. And they have 4 more wins than the Yankees. But they've also played a few extra games, so they're 2.5 in front of the Yankees for the best record in the league. And the Mets are 1 win behind in all of baseball at 42-24. They're a half game behind the Tigers. Here's a swing and a miss by Baez. Povich, another strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right, the Tigers get on the board first. That triple by McKinstry, the big hit. And he comes in on sac fly. Povich now with 4 strikeouts through the first couple of innings. But he's also thrown 40 pitches and is currently trailing. We have O'Hearn, Westberg, and Cowser due up. 2 lefties and a righty. And again, Brant Herter probably going to come out here for 1 more inning of work. And if he shuts us down, so be it. Once they bring on Gibson Long, it's time to crank up the offense here. Enough of this nonsense. Vigramento just blazed a special lucky for the bats to wake up. Thank you, Vigra. I hope it works.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
I wouldn't mind joining you, to be honest. All right. Me and Vigramento. Birds of a feather. Joshua says, have a great day. Have a great today, Baltimore. Thanks, Joshua. Folks, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Just a gentle reminder, we got about 100 people here and only about halfway to 100 on the like count. I will have to gently remind you periodically throughout the ball game. But the quicker we get to 100, the quicker I can shut up about it. All right, here's Ryan O'Hearn. First pitch is inside for ball one.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
316 the average, 9 homers, 24 driven in. And takes up an in, 2-0. Okay. I would love to see O'Hearn get a free pass to lead off the inning and then bring up a right-hander to face this guy. Come on, O'Hearn. Make him throw you a strike. There you go. It's 3-0. And that actually grazed O'Hearn. It's a hit batter. Just grazed him. We'll take it. It's not a walk, but...
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
All right. That was not in the Tigers' plans, I can tell you that. And here comes my boy, folks. He's back. My boy. You're my boy, Blue.
West is that way. West is that way.
Jordan Westberg in the lineup at the plate and takes way outside. Another way off pitch from Herter. 1-0. Folks. Eight games for the Norfolk Tides. Westberg hit .393. I think he's ready to go. That pitch is fouled away. It's a ball and a strike. Yeah, I forgot about the ouch. The 1-1 hit on the ground, and that could... Oh, it's mishandled by Torres. He'll go to first and recover to get the out there. But, boy, that was a tailor-made double play. Gleyber Torres won't get charged with an error because he does get an out somewhere. But that is an error all day, folks, in reality. And that's the second one from Gleyber. And we're only one out into the second inning. Here is the milkman, folks. Get those cows up in the chat. We got a runner at second base, 1 out. Pitch. Hit on the ground. First baseman will scoop it up. Torkelson beats Cowser to the bag. 2 down. Runner moves up to third. 2 down in the second, and Herter's still only on 19 pitches. You got to make him throw more pitches, man. We're not working the count enough. Herter's thrown less pitches with 2 out in the second than Povich threw in the first. Here's Kobe Mayo. Come on, folks.
Get it all on there. Just spread it out.
He takes a first pitch right down the gut. Here I am complaining about going after pitches too early, and that pitch, if there ever was one to go after on the first pitch, we just got it and we took it. We can't get it right. Come on. The 0-1. Now we swing at garbage. And it's 0-2. Come on, man. What is going on? Just whatever you're thinking right now, just do the opposite, please. 0-2 on Mayo. Runner at third, 2 down. Mayo steps out of the box. Come on, we're playing right into their hands by not taking enough pitches here, man. 0-2. That one's fouled at the plate. We'll do it again. Mayo is playing first base. Robert Mullins is going to DH as he's eased back into the lineup. Going to DH tonight. He's up. He's on deck. Up next, if we can extend the inning here. 0-2 the count on Mayo. In the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Michael says, hey, if you're not subscribed, if you do it now, Kobe Mayo is going to hit a hero home run. Take him up on the offer, please. I would like to see it. One and two the count. And this one's fouled straight back. Mayo was on it. I'd tell you Kobe's batting average right now, but you don't want to hear it. It's not good. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. A changeup from Herter, and hopefully that's the end of his day. The Orioles get a runner all the way to third, but he's stranded. We've left 2 on through the first 2 innings. On to the third. It's 1-0 Tigers. Yeah, Mansolino said there's a small percentage that Sanchez and O'Neill will be back with the club on this homestand. So I would say don't count on it being this week. But Mansolino is leaving the door open. But if he's going to say it's a small chance, and knowing how the team seems to be overly optimistic in terms of predicting returns for players, I would assume we're going to see them in Tampa starting next week. But maybe one of them gets back. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But it does appear to be coming up to the last game or two for Maverick Hanley to make a contribution, at least for now. It's unfortunate. The team has been playing better with Hanley around, and I like the way he catches the staff, but, you know, you kind of, what do you call it? Handcuff yourself or whatever when you sign a backup catcher to an $8.5 million contract. You kind of feel obligated to make him be the number 2 guy. But, you know, maybe we've learned our lesson on that one, folks. Maybe when you've already got a catcher. I know Adley's not playing like an all-star right now, but man, we already had Adley, and he got Basayo in the farm. You know, you would just think maybe go out and get a backup catcher for like $2.5 million. Add that $6 million on to something else. Maybe a 1-year contract for Walker Buehler instead of Charlie Morton. I don't know. Revisionist armchair or Monday morning quarterback history stuff. Who cares? All right. Parker Meadows. Sorry, folks. When I took time off from after the Sunday game, I really took it off. So I might be a little bit off my game tonight. My apologies. It's 1-1 on Meadows. Maybe I should put this joint down. It's not helping. All right. 1-1. That pitch bounces in and bounces behind the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. George will take the job for just a cool mill. Now, can we pay you? There's a strike, bottom of the zone. 2-2 the count. Home plate umpire tonight. Let me get a name because he's very deliberate with his strike calls. That is Alex Tosi behind the plate. And he likes to take his damn time. Here's a little weak grounder to second. Holiday throwing on the run in time. Boy, every umpire on this crew likes to take their time. First base ump took about 5 full seconds before indicating out. Holiday throws out Meadows to begin the top of the third. The George Costanza method involves doing the opposite of your instincts. It's worked great. Yeah. The Orioles, sometimes the Costanza method seems like the way to go sometimes. BW, good to listen to you. I've been in New Jersey taking care of legal problems. I'm back in the Bronx. All right, I hope everything's all right there, Walter. At least, if you're innocent. This pitch hit right into center field for a base hit. Jahmai Jones, as the lineup turns over, second time up, goes after the first pitch. Got himself a 1-out single. He's now 3 for 4 to begin the season. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He's already made a couple of bad plays in the field. 1 error, but 2 real errors. We all know. Swing and a miss. Folks, we all understand the concept of you can't assume a double play, and if an out is made, you can't put an error on the guy. But if there ever was a situation where, everybody that knows anything about baseball knows that's an error, you got to give an error. How about we, take a look at that rule and maybe make it an umpire's call or something. Judgment call. 0-1 pitch by Torres is to right field. Laureano throws hard to first base, trying to show off that arm. It's not on line, but I love the idea. Folks, I'm sorry, it's Cowser in right. Folks, we've got arms everywhere. Oh, we've got such a... What do we got tonight? Laureano's in left. Wait, what the hell am I looking at? That was O'Hearn in right. All right, I'll get it. You know what? I'm putting myself in timeout. I screwed everything up. I told you I'd be off today. Was that O'Hearn trying to throw the runner out at first? All right. I stink.
Big buck. Stop it all.
BW. Go to the corner. It's 0-1 on Riley Green. 2 down, runner at first. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right, nobody is beating me up about my awful got it wrong 3 times. Who the hell made that throw play? All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is low and away. 2-1. Green walked his first time up. 52 pitches from Povich already. And a check on Jones at first. He's back standing. It's nice to hear Kevin Brown back on the call. I mean, I can't really hear him, but I know it's him. That's a base hit by that mid player, Riley Green. Going first to third is Jones. He can scamper. And the Tigers have runners at the corners with 2 down. Base hit for that mid player, Riley Green. Lefty on lefty. Here is Dylan Dingler. And he is a guy we have to get out. We must get this guy out. First pitch is high, ball 1. Folks, we cannot be done in by a Dingler. We cannot afford it. Curveball in there for a strike. Count even up at 1-1. New Jersey's a police state. That is finished. Okay. 1-1 pitch is a curveball blown away. 2-1 the count. You got to keep a dingler down. Here's a ball swung on a missed. It's 2-2. All right. One more strike, Cade. Come on, Slim. Folks, we got ourselves a Slim Dingler matchup. Two pitch. Swing and a miss. Sit down.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Sit down, Dingler. Put that Dingler away. It's my Dingler in a box. It's my Dingler in a box, girl. It's my Dingler in a box. Woo! Open the box. Put the Dingler in that box. Gotta open the box. Huh? Yeah, Povich. Cade punch out Povich, man. I tell you what. I remember preseason, we were having a little preseason predictions talk, a little podcast kind of setup. And the question was brought up on Locked On Orioles as well, Connor Newcomb. He was asking a question, and I put in the same answer over there, which was, what's the biggest surprise for the team this year? And I had Cade Povich leading the team this was at a time when Povich, this was still spring training. He wasn't even guaranteed a spot in the rotation yet. Grayson hadn't gone down yet. The whole schmear. But I'm like, Povich is going to make this rotation, and he's going to lead the team in wins. Now, I don't know about the wins, but he might lead the team in strikeouts when all's said and done. If he makes 30 starts, that strikeout pitch seems to be getting better and better with every start. Obviously, Sagano, not much of a strikeout pitcher. And then you got Dean Kramer. Who else? Who else is going to lead the team? All right, we are underway, folks. Ced Mullins. Look who it is.
Well said, now you know what to do.
The count was 0-1, and the next pitch was a check swing foul tip. It looks like it's 0-2. And just like that, Mullins in the hole with Brian Herter still out there. 2 innings was all he should have given, but he's only had to throw 27 pitches. Mullins, another lefty due up. We may not see a reliever until we get to Adley. Maybe even all the way to past Gunner. Here's a foul ball at the plate by Mullins. The count still 1-2. Just depends on how quickly Herter makes outs. And thankfully Ced, part of his appeal, I think, is that this guy does not usually go up there and make an out on 1 or 2 pitches. Mullins usually makes the pitcher work. And right now he's making him work. Another foul ball. So Ced hanging in there against the lefty that, again, left-handed batter is only hitting 122 off of this guy. And so far tonight, that average has only gotten crazier. This one is a slow roller to first. Easy play for Torkelson. Right where he gets the ball, the base is right there. Mullins is retired, 1 down. But he made Herter throw a few pitches, which is more than I can say than the first 8 batters in the lineup. Here we go. Second time through. Jackson Holliday is up. He's 0 for 1. And he goes after the first pitch. Why not? It was in the zone. He missed it, though, and it's 0-1. Second pitch, line drive, base hit. Okay, Holliday. I see what you did. I like the approach. I like it. That was just like a response. I don't know how do you describe this? Holliday hit this ball in a way that gets me really excited about his future. I'll just put it that way. Didn't try to do too much with it. Squared it up, though, right up the middle. That was a nice swing. So we're on with a base runner. Rutschman, first pitch swinging, popped up. What are we doing? 2 outs. Ugh. Look. Obviously, we have a hitting philosophy, and that is be aggressive. Be aggressive early in the count. Oh, God, Janet. Janet, where's that corner of the room I was talking about? Gunnar Henderson, please. Do something. He fouls it behind the plate for strike 1. 2 down, runner at first. Herter's going to get through 3 frickin' innings. And because of that, they're not going to go to Gibson long. They're just going to make this a bullpen game. There's a righty by the name of Lee getting up. Unbelievable. Well, at least Herter will be pretty much on the shelf for the final 2 games of the series. He won't be coming out of the pen, I would imagine, after an outing like this. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2 on Gunnar. He chased one inside. It was an ugly swing. Two strikes and 2 out. The Orioles have Holliday over at first. If he wanted to steal, it should have happened already. We're already on 2 strikes. Pitch. That one is hit a roller, third base side foul. Certainly Herter's final inning. And probably maybe even final batter, because you got Laureano, the right-hander, on deck. One-two pitch. Outside. Holliday's running. A throw down. Bounces and threw into the center field. Holliday didn't pop up to think about going to third. And I'm not sure how far away that ball got. It left the field. It left the view of the TV camera here. But Jackson does swipe second. And with 2 down, Gunnar just needs to serve it somewhere. We can tie this ball game. 2-2 pitch. In on the hands, popped up and behind the plate, out of play. Whew. All right, Herter's up to 40 pitches, folks. For him, that should be pretty much in the red zone in terms of stamina. Maybe Gunnar can get a fat pitch here on 2-2. Come on. Check swing. He lays off. Full count, folks. Come on. Come on. Is that Dave Johnson hanging out with Kevin Brown tonight? Who is that? Who's with him? Pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Full count, 2 out, runner at second. The Orioles trying to do something. Payoff pitch to Gunnar. Here it is. Fouled again. Fouled again, folks. And again, you got to take into consideration Herder being at the end of the line. Every pitch you foul away makes the next one a little higher percentage chance of squaring it up. That's squared up. Line drive, base hit in the right field. Jackson Holliday will turn and come in to score. And the Orioles, unbelievable. A clutch hit. A 2-out RBI single for Gunnar. And we're on the board and tied 1-1. Come on, Detroit. We're here. We're here. And that stolen base from Jackson, how big is that? And Herder's day is over. Get out of here, you bum. Herder, I hardly know her. Hit the bricks.
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
How about this? Peace, love, dope. Now get the hell out of here.
All right, Detroit, you played your fun little game there. Starting another game with a bullpen guy trying to manipulate our lineup and get a little advantage. Well, guess what? We're tied up. Gunnar, big 2-out hit. And like BW was saying, that smart guy BW talking about, the longer you hang in there at this stage, better chance of getting a fat pitch. Gunnar lined it. He turned on it in the right field. I don't think that happens in the first inning. The Tigers tried. They got a little greedy. Tigers got a little bit too greedy. They used him a little bit too long. Wanted to get Gunnar out, one more out, 3 innings. They wanted it. We wouldn't let him have it. We wouldn't let him have it. How's everybody doing? BW's coping. Hi, everybody. The beard, by the way, yeah, I didn't do a damn thing. I had all these things I had to do with my day off yesterday. And I didn't do a damn thing. And for some people that know me, they're probably going to say, good on you, BW. That was the right move. Don't do a damn thing. So it's Lee. Chase Lee. Chase Lee? Why? Did he steal something from me? Right-handers on. Here we go. Laureano at the plate. First pitch is in there for a strike. Ramon.
Ramon just threw a rock at me.
Here's a foul ball behind the plate. It's 0-2. Let's see if I can do my eyebrow to the bugle. That's close. This pitch is fouled behind the plate. It's still 0-2. 2 down, runner at first. Tie ball game, bottom of the third. 1 run apiece. Laureano 0 for 1. Hitting cleanup on a night where the team is healthy again. Only missing a backup catcher and a guy that we should not have given a 3-year contract to, especially with a player option. But it happened. This one's fouled off to the right. It's still 0-2 on Laureano. Chase Lee. Who the hell is this guy? 0-2 on Laureano. 2 down, runner at first. And the pitch is high. Lee comes at it with a 3/4 to sidearm delivery. Kind of whips it in there. So some of his pitches almost move upward instead of downward. This sinker is fouled off to the left. This guy has a pitch delivery that when I'm playing the show video game, I can't hit. I do struggle against pitchers with odder delivery. The odder the delivery, the tougher it can be for me. Another foul ball by Laureano. He's hanging in there. This is a 7-pitch at bat. And the count is only 1-2. Oh, this will be the 8th pitch coming up. Yeah. And it's a check swing, and it's taken low and in. 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. That was a rising fastball. And again, this pitcher's delivery, everything seems to be moving up. It's like the Jeffersons with this guy. No, I'm not going to sing it. We go to the 4th inning. The Orioles have tied it up, folks. RBI single from Gunnar Henderson scoring Holiday. Holiday with the base hit and the steal. To put himself in scoring position. And we got ourselves a whole new game. It's basically at this point what is flying around here? It's a 6-inning game going forward, right? That was just the appetizer, folks. Now we play some baseball. One run on 3 hits with an error for the Tigers. The Orioles have a couple of hits with their 1 run, no errors. Cade, 58 pitches, averaging just under 20 per inning. So he may not be able to go more than 5 tonight unless he starts getting some quick outs. I don't think it's so much pressing as it is just a philosophy for the team. They like to be aggressive. They feel like their best chances of getting something to hit hard is something first pitch. You know, because pitchers do tend to want to throw something in the zone to get ahead. And are also relying on a batter to be more, patient and maybe take a first pitch. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. When the Orioles get on a roll, their aggressive approach, it looks like we look like gangbusters. We do. But the problem is, if you're not taking advantage of going after an early pitch early in the count and doing something with it, well, you know what that problem makes. Here's a pop-up on an 0-1 pitch to Torkelson. Foul ground, third base side, Jordan Westberg, who's grown in a nice, thick beard. Westy looking good. It's not as out of control as this Jack Blackbeard BW's got growing over here. 1 away in the inning. That pitch is low. I've heard Zach Gallen's name getting bandied about because the Diamondbacks are looking to be a team that could be trying to, sort of, what do you call it? Retool, if not rebuild, after the way their season has gone and playing in that division over there. And with the loss of Burns for the rest of the season and probably most of next. Well, not probably, definitely most of next. Swing and a miss. Povich strikes out McKinstry for the second out here in the fourth. Yeah, the one thing I'll say about Gallen is that if you guys are hungry for that ace, I don't think Gallen, he's trending more towards like a number 2 in my eyes. Like 2 years ago, he was putting up ace numbers first 2 or 3 seasons in his career. Last couple of seasons, it's been trending in the wrong direction. Not fall off a cliff, but again, if we really want to bring in a guy to be the ace, I don't know if Gallen's a guy. He's a good. I'd like to add him if it meant we still went out and got an ace. I just don't give Gallen ace status right now. I don't know. It's 3-0, by the way, on Winseal Perez with 2 down, nobody on the Tigers. There's a strike from Povich. The count now 3-1. Sorry, folks. Been taking some time off of some pitches here. Trying to engage the chat. 3-1 pitch. That one's hit hard to left. Going back. And that ball does hit off the wall. Wow. Okay, we got lucky. Winseal Perez nearly snuck a ball over the left field wall for a home run. Instead, it's a 2-out double. Maybe 1 foot below the wall, the top of the wall. 106 off the bat from Perez. He scorched it. But with 2 down, we got a chance to work around this. Here's Javi Baez 0 for 1. Oh, look at that first pitch curveball. And the way it just broke over that outside corner. Oh, beautiful. 0-1. How is our Goman? Are you trying to like rush to type in an action that just happened? That's a base hit in the right field, and the Tigers take the lead. It's 2-1. Goman, what are you doing, buddy? I mean, you would have to like rush to type something like that in. What would be the point of that? Two to 1. Tigers back on top. They get their own 2-out rally. RBI for Baez. And that'll bring up the number 9 batter, Meadows. First pitch to him is fouled straight back. The 0-1. Hit on the ground. A big bounce to Jackson. He'll throw to first in time, and the inning is over. But the Tigers get a 2-out rally. Back-to-back hits from Perez and Baez. And they are on top once more. We got work to do. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Tigers 2, Orioles 1. O'Hearn, Westberg, and Cowser due up against a right-handed reliever. So let's see what we can do now. What's going on down at the nightclub tonight, folks?
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Ooh, ha. Folks, be sure to hit that like button if you don't mind. I mean, I'm getting shaggy. Like, I'm totally turning into Shaggy over here. Look how shaggy I'm getting. Like, this is completely out of control. Like, what am I going to do? I need to see a barber. Oh, my God. Zoinks! Hey, hit the like button. All right? Hit it. Hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, there's a subscribe button. Hit that too. There's no obligation, no commitment, and no salesman will visit your home. You're just joining a community of fellow bird watchers, baseball enthusiasts, and occasional perverts. All right? That's the best sales pitch I've ever done. I'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere, because it's a good morning here. First pitch of the bottom of the fourth is a strike to Ryan O'Hearn, folks. Sorry I was frozen there for a while. I should be back. What the hell happened to the internet? Can you hear me? Pitch fouled away. It's 0-2.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Can you hear me, folks? Can you hear me? What is going on with this scoreboard? There's a ball hit toward the shortstop, backhanded there, and thrown off balance by Baez in time. Nice play by the veteran, Javi Baez, to get Ryan O'Hearn. And that ball wasn't even into the glove all the way. Kind of snow-coned it, still made the play. First out of the inning. And by the way, Gibson Long, who was the planned starter before the Tigers made an announcement today, he is on to pitch. And a one-pitch out made by Westberg. He grounds out to short. 4 pitches, 2 outs. Can we please make a pitcher work a little bit? Hello? What am I asking for here? Ridiculous. I mean, a guy just gets into a game and then we're just going first pitch. Can we just see what they got? What's the rush? Trying to get home in time for what, the 10 o'clock news? Come on. BW is getting angry here. 1-0 pitch swung on a miss by Cowser. Folks, the milkman is up. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Boy. Come on, milkman. Let's launch one. Fouled away, 2-2 the count on Cowser. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the fourth. Tigers lead it 2-1. All right, everybody back online, right? Sorry for the dropout there. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Cowser goes down to end the inning. So Gibson Long enters the game and gets the Orioles 1-2-3 as the Tigers just patch it together. I mean, they just do what they want. All right, we'll start with a lefty. And then if it winds up where we want, well, then we'll go to a righty just for a couple of outs. And then we'll bring in the guy we intended to start. And by the time he's done, it'll already be like the 8th inning. And then we'll just go to our, our 2 best relievers to shut the door. I mean, that's how they work around their 5th pitcher in the rotation. They're smart. They're frickin' smart. They're smart. They're smarter than we are. I'll tell you that. These analytics that we're relying so heavily on for our hitters doesn't look all that smart to me when I look at how the team ranks with other teams around the league in every offensive category right now. Got to be smart, folks. And you gotta adjust. And you can't always just like depend on one. I'm going to do it this way. Well, you can try it that way, but you got to be ready to then try another way. Better have some backup ways. I don't know. All right, folks. Povich, first pitch, and Jahmai Jones is going to fly out to right. Ryan O'Hearn standing right there in his tracks makes the catch 1 away. Top of the 5th, 2-1 Tigers. Povich needed that quick first pitch out. Curveball and a beauty. Broke over the outside corner at the knees to get ahead of Gleyber Torres 0-1. Next pitch, top of the zone. We don't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, you're damn right, Jinxie the cat. Hey, boo-boo. One and two on Gleyber. Pitch. Curveball. A little roller to shortstop. Gunner throws on the run. 2 down. Gleyber's 0 for 3 with an error and another play that should have been an error. 2 down, nobody on for Riley Green. This mid player has reached base both times so far tonight with a walk and a single. He's mid. Definitely mid. First pitch to him is in the dirt for ball 1. You know, he's like replacement level. You know, he's mid. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll put him on waivers. Pitch foul back. This one's popped up and out of play. 1 and 2 on Green with 2 down, nobody on the top of the 5th. Povich now at 81 pitches, so he has done well to get that pitch count into a spot where maybe he can start the 6th at least. And that one is fouled away. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, mid-grade. Take it or leave it, you know. That one's lined into right center field, and it's going to get down and split the outfielders for extra bases. So that mid player now with a single, a double, and a walk in 3 plate appearances. 15th double of the season. Mid-player. Like, what? But P. Crow Armstrong's better. Okay. I mean, you know, if it's the 60s and I'm talking about Frank Robinson being a great outfielder, you could sit and go, yeah, well, Clemente's better. I'd be like, okay. Mickey Mantle's better. All right. I didn't say Robinson was the best. I'm just saying Robinson's good. Is that fair to say? 500 lifetime homers. I don't know. MVP in both leagues. Triple crown. I don't know. Is he good? Hey Fitzy, what's up? Hey Cuzzo. 2 down. 1-1 the count. And this pitch is flied into right field. O'Hearn, a long run, and he'll get down for a hit. Damn it, with 2 outs, that means the runner is off and will come around the score. It is a softly hit shot in the right by Dylan Dingler to make it 3-1. And that run hurts. That run stinks. Well, let me take my mind off of that run for a moment and congratulate my friend out there, Thomas Fitzpatrick. Folks, he just graduated. So give him a round of applause. Good on Fitzy.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
Spencer Torkelson at the plate. Runner at first with 2 down. First pitch is a strike. He's 0 for 2. Oh, 1 pitch is high. One and 1 the count. Looks like there's a bit of an added delay since we had that dropout. So apologies for the delay between you guys and me. Now look, now my scoreboard's going out of whack again. What is going on tonight, folks? Why is everything getting all wonky on me? 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. 90 pitches from Povich. So, yeah. As Chilo says, someone tell Povich he needs 3 outs and not 2. He got the first 2. That's with, 10 pitches ago or so. Check swing on a pitch in the dirt, and we've gone full on Torkelson, which means Dingler will get a head start at first base on this payoff pitch. The payoff pitch, lined in the left, foul, thankfully. Still 3-2. Now you got to figure out what to do after high school. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the show. Sir Anthony Dominguez is getting loose in the pen. Dingler has a head start. I get it. That one's hit in the air to center. Pretty deep. Cowser on the track, leaping up. Oh, it looked like he might have had it. Oh, please don't tell me he hurt his wrist. It's a home run. It's a backbreaker, a 2-run shot, making it 5-1 Detroit. Dead center field. I can't take that. Yeah, I'm just going to remove the comment because I'm here. I got to call the game. So for me, it's not over. I don't take that as I just. Oh, that ball just got past his glove. I hope Cowser didn't hurt his wrist. Looks like he didn't. It looks like he didn't really hurt anything on that play. Damn it, man. Boy. That one really hurt. That one hurt. Your boy needs a lucky. This was the game we needed. Not going to get easier after tonight. 4 of the 5 runs coming with 2 down in the ball game for the Tigers. Gunnar gave us that big 2-out hit, something that is so rare for us. We're sitting here treating it like it's a historic moment. Meanwhile, the Tigers, they're treating 2-out RBI hits like it's no big whoop. Like it's just, that's how you do things. 2-0 pitch to McKinstry in there for a strike. I guess that's the difference between a team in first place and a team in last place. You get the job done in an RBI spot. 2 down. Three and 1 on McKinstry. And that ball's hit hard in the center. Cows are coming in. A diving attempt that gets by him, and it's rolling past. And this will be 3 bases at least. Cowser has had a tough inning. First, he had to go all the way back and make a leap at the wall. Now he has to come in as hard as he can. Makes a headfirst diving attempt, and the ball goes all the way past him to the wall. Oof. That will be the end of the line for Cade Povich. Boy, did this get ugly fast. Povich stunk it up. Yeah. Westberg is back, Cuzzo. So is Mullins. Wow, they took forever to go to a commercial there. I think the command center for Masson, somebody's sleeping on the job. I know, folks. Look, I've already had my stages of grief with this team. Look, I had them as saying they're, with Mansolino looking the way he did, those first few games after we got rid of Hyde and then started looking even worse for a few games there. I'm like, how are we going to even turn this around, even if the guys start hitting and the pitching gets better? If we got a guy that doesn't know what he's doing managing, then be one thing if we were like 500, but you're asking a guy to turn a team around that's dug themselves a huge hole. Look, so I've been through stages of grief, okay? This may not be our year, but until it's all said and done, I got to hang in there. This Tigers series was always going to be a challenge. Here is Sir Anthony Dominguez on the pitch. First batter, he sees Perez, fouls it off to the right. Dominguez comes on with 2 down here in the 5th, a runner at third base. And Perez, who's at the plate, has already gotten a big hit tonight. That pitch is outside. 1-1 the count. I just want to see this offense, do something. We got this is the best lineup we've had in a long time. Pitch fouled away. It's 1-2. And this ball, just a piece of it. Perez stays alive. Ball fouled right there at the plate. Dominguez's 1-2 is lifted in the air, and don't tell me that drops in. Okay, hangs up there for Cowser. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Tigers rally with 2 down for 3 runs. And they turn what was a decent Cade Povich outing, 2 runs through 4 innings, into a not so pretty one. 5 runs and 9 hits. And a walk given up by Povich. He got 6 strikeouts. Gave up that home run ball. And, yeah, I was talking about how, the Orioles did not have Povich announced as a starter tonight until sometime today. Like, they left Sacramento, and Povich was the guy that was due to pitch, but they removed him as the probable starter. They removed everybody. The 3 pitchers that were lined up to face the Tigers, they just put them all to be determined for some reason. And I was speculating what that reason might be. And I'm trying to think, are they trying to realign this rotation? Are they trying to figure out a way to get Rogers in there? Do they want to just skip somebody a day and be on regular rest after that off day? What are they doing here? What are they attempting to do? And one of the things that I thought might be a case is that Trevor Rogers, instead of taking over for Morton in the rotation, that he might take over for Povich in the rotation. It could happen because the team is, stubborn about Morton. And I don't know. We'll see. This start tonight from Povich doesn't help him. Kobe Mayo going to lead it off here. Mullins and Holiday to follow. And Kobe takes a first pitch strike at the bottom of the zone on a slider from Gibson Long. Get it all on there, Kobe.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Spread it out. Get a first Major League homer, for God's sakes. Here's a ground ball to third on a big bounce. And Mayo is retired. 1 down. Good boy. Folks, I'll be back in just a sec. Here is said Mullins, ball 1 to him.
Well said, now you know what to do.
One-zero pitch is outside. 2-0 on Mullins. 1 out, nobody on. We need base runners. Top of the order coming up next. Gotta try to eat away at this deficit here. Don't have to necessarily get it all back. There's a called strike, 2-1. I'd love to get it all back. But you don't want to think that you have to get it all back. You just want to start chipping away here. 2-1 pitch. Popped up. Third base. Near the foul line. Onto the outfield grass. The catch is made. 2 down. Where's the offense, folks? Probably hanging out with Carmen Sandiego somewhere, apparently. Nobody can find it. Here's Jackson Holliday. Hey, he's swinging at the first pitch for a change. 0-1 the count on a foul ball. Oh, 1. Oh, my. Bad swing from Holliday. That looked like first call-up Jackson Holliday swing right there. 0-2 the count. Let's just erase that swing from our memory. Oh, 2 with 2 down. And yeah. Let's just pretend that inning never existed. Holy cow. Holliday down on strikes. And what looked like, again, first time call-up Holliday at bat right there. That was not good. That was not good. We're down 4. And we are heading into the 6th inning now. Oh, boy. Hey, folks. What kind of fun topics are on your mind today? It's like hair. You want it all back, but paint your bald spot. You do some bald spot painting, Book Doc? I rely on my height. See, I got smart. I moved to a part of the world where I'm taller than everybody, and I just never sit down, so nobody sees the top of my head. And my little yarmulke bald spot going right here. I say little. It's mid. It's more mid. It's like Riley Green. My bald spot is like Riley Green, if we're using baseball terminology. It's pretty mid. I don't get people. Ah, boy. Frank. I'm sorry, buddy. We got to get through another inning of pitching here. Just waiting for these bats to heat up. Come on. Hello. The $75 season pass for Masson streaming games is the best value, is it? Now, I think the best value is to hang out with BW on the Orioles BirdWatcher Channel. That's the best value. Javi Baez is up. He takes a called strike. Sir Anthony Dominguez will start the 6th inning after finishing the 5th. 0-1 is off the plate outside. Baez is 1 for 2. Your barber said he needed to charge you double because you have 2 hairs in every follicle. Here's a ball to right center field. Cowser will cut off O'Hearn and make the catch. 1 away. I would say if you have that going on, Book Doc, just get a Floby. Just get a Floby and call it a day. It's the best value. Just like this Masson package. Talking about good values, get a Floby. Here's Austin Meadows' curveball from Dominguez, low ball 1. Meadows is 0 for 2. I have no idea what those numbers mean, and I'm happy about that. That pitch is outside. 2-0 the count. Fitzy, if you're still out there wondering what to do after high school, apparently what to do is, I don't know, start an Instagram account and maybe get into some Bitcoin. Welcome to the modern age. This pitch has popped up on the infield, and coming in is Westberg to make the catch pretty near home plate. 2 down. You know, Book Doc, I used to always cut my own hair too with just clippers. I would just buy a set of, what is that brand of clippers? Like Braun or something? I don't know. They go like $20-25. And yeah, just every couple of months, I would just put the 1-inch clip on there and just shave it down and let it grow out. You know, I'm like, what am I paying for a haircut for? And I brought those clippers with me out here to Thailand, right? Thinking, you know, there's limited stuff I can bring. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Holiday backs up Gunnar and makes the play at first. Look at that. Gunnar, get out of the way. Holiday's got it. Inning over. Bottom of the 6th coming up. The Orioles down by 4. So, yeah, I brought the clippers over here. This is 10 years ago now. My first trip out. And I go to plug it into the bathroom wall socket. And I turn it on, and I immediately shorted the entire, like, power grid of the building. Because the voltage out here is a little different. And some things you use from overseas can be a problem. Yes. So basically, I short-circuited the clippers. But here's the good news. I'm like, well, I guess I'll go get my hair cut somewhere. And then I go to the barber, and I realize that a haircut here costs like $3.50. And I'm like, well, damn. I mean, that's cheaper than the clippers. Even if I go every other month, I'm good. So, yeah. Now I just go for folks, this is a $3.50 haircut. I hope you're impressed. Actually, it's gone up to like $4.25. It's up to like $4.25 now. It's getting expensive. People are mad. Masson isn't helping them when they call her. What are people calling about? What's Masson doing wrong other than continuing to make us listen to Melanie Newman talk? $50 haircut. $50 haircut. Man, who's cutting your hair? Chelsea Clinton? Adley's at the plate, batting from the left-hand side against the righty Gibson Long. The count is 0-1. And he drills one to right, but right at the right fielder. Wencio Perez for the first out.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
We finally get a nice hard-hit ball. That was 106 off the bat. Adley really hit it hard, but we still can't get anything out of it. Still sitting on just 2 hits in the ball game. I'm honestly shocked we've got a run. Those 2 hits, a hit by Holiday and then a steal and then the RBI hit by Gunnar. That's it. Masson has a wonderful plan for our lives. Yinny or Cano getting loose. Gunnar looks like he got hit by a pitch, unless it hit the knob of his bat. I guess it did. That ball hit Gunnar's knob. That ball hit my knob. 0-2 the count on Gunnar. Swing and a miss. He's down. 2 away. Adley and Gunnar retired. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Kevin Brown just dropped a worse pun than I could imagine or I could pull off. He just called Gibson Long Bob Gibson Long. Oh, Kevin Brown with a zinger. Ramon Laureano. First pitch is a ball. Second pitch, a strike. It's 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. Well, I didn't say it today, but that is the fact. That pitch is low. 2-1 the count. There's still sunlight out there, folks. And we're getting late into the ballgame. Why do they have to start at 6:30? It's really annoying. Here's a base hit into left center field. A 2-out knock for Laureano. The third hit of the day for the Orioles. And even though it feels like, oh, what are we going to do? We got a base hit with 2 out. Well, you got to do something. A bloop and a blast. That's what we need. There's the bloop. O'Hearn's coming up. Let's get a blast and let's get back into this.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
O'Hearn is 0 for 1. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Laureano, who was brought in to basically platoon to only face lefties, has a OPS over 1,000 against right-handed pitching now in the season. That stat stolen directly from Kevin Brown. And how about that? Again, there go your analytics, folks. There go your analytics. Maybe you just go with the guy that is doing the job. 0-2 on O'Hearn. That is right in there. What are you looking for, buddy? What are you looking for, Ryan? What the hell, man? 2 strikes. That's a straight pitch right in the zone. And O'Hearn just looks at it, and the inning is over. Oh, boy, folks. Silent J has been demoted, and now the whole damn team is silent. Oh, boy. Hey, folks, don't you dare miss out. The Orioles media department or whatever, marketing department, they put out another one of those Orioles chill videos. And you get the chill with Melanie Newman. Sitting on the couch, wearing aviator sunglasses from like the original Top Gun for some reason. And a big old, like, I mean, she's dressed like Kanye. I don't know what she's doing. But she's on the couch. And she's got great stories, really. You know, whenever she goes to a hotel, she steals pens. And because they're good pens. And she'll use the pens until, the Orioles get on the streak, she'll keep the same pen, and then when they lose, she'll move on to another pen. It was fascinating. It was a fascinating discussion. Be sure to check it out. Froggy was creeped out by the... I'm telling you, she looked like 50 Cent. I don't know what she's doing. Yenier Cano on the mound. What do we get from Cano? First pitch is a roller up the middle and threw a base hit for Gleyber Torres. He gets his first hit of the night. He's 1 for 4. Bruh. All right. All right, folks. We've rescued the night. I got a bruh out of Big Cuzzo. Now we can all rest easy. You know what? Now that you know what you've done? You've done something. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have it around. Oh, hold on. I have to cut the music out. Where is it? Where are you? My friend Wilson! Wilson! Where are you? 0-1 the count on Riley Green. 1 out, nobody... Or 1 on, nobody out. And the 2-hour mark coming up. Here's a pitch in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Hold on a sec. Sorry about that, folks. There. You want it? You're asking a lot from the hat. Don't plan on the hat rescuing a Scooble game on Thursday. 2-1 the count. Riley Green swing and a foul ball at the plate. 2-2. Melanie stole a pen, and I'm laying in bed contemplating a 2:30 a.m. haircut while drinking cheap red wine and listening to BW. That sounds like the life to me. Swing and a miss, and Green goes down. Cano with the punch out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Well, he is mid after all. I would expect him to, be retired once every 4 times up. Yeah, Dan. I mean, what are we doing? Look, let me try again. I don't want to sound like a broken record. If you listen to me do this every game, then you've heard this before. But when it comes to the Orioles having a plate approach, a philosophy of being aggressive on the first pitch, I don't mind implementing that as part of the approach. But you gotta like pick your spots and you gotta mix it up. It's just like pitching. You can't just go with the same pitch. Even if it's your best pitch and it gets the batters out the most, you can't just rely on one pitch, right? So you gotta, you gotta keep the pitchers off balance by switching up. You get 2-3 guys going up there taking first pitches, working counts, and then the next guy's like, well, damn, I don't want to go through another long count. Let me get an easy first pitch strike over. And if you're timing it right, if you're in a groove with that aggressiveness and you ambush that first pitch, now we're in business. But if you just go up there, first pitch hacking, ain't nothing happening. and you're watching the opponents. We got another strikeout, by the way. Sorry. I just kind of took a at-bat off there. Dylan Dingler strikes out. Dingler strikes out, 2 down, runner at first, and Torkelson looks at 1 low. Oh, look at this little kid on the Utah street. Look at this little 2-foot shrimp. Oh, look at this kid with the bling. I love it. I love it. There's the bling. Hey, what's up, dude? Damn, dude, no wonder your neck is hunched over. That chain must weigh 2,000 pounds. 1-1 pitch, fouled away. Gene Wilder, he mixes it with goo. What? Wait, are we singing the Candyman song? The Candyman can 'cause he mixes it with goo and makes the world feel goo. Here's a ball fouled away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Folks, I've seen what the, what do you call it, demographic is for my channel. I know how old you guys are. Who here has Willy Wonka as their favorite childhood movie? Surely somebody in the chat. Dan's getting tired. I told you to not eat that everlasting gobstopper. A 1-2 pitch is fouled off. We'll do it again. Janet says nope. Janet says hell no. Or is Nope your favorite movie that Jordan Peele made from like a couple years ago? Jaws? I'm talking about a kid's movie. Not a movie when you're a kid, but a movie for kids. Kids movie. Yeah, believe me, when I was a kid, I thought The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai was the best movie ever made. I don't think that was the intent of the filmmaker, though. 1-2 the count on Torkelson. Pitch. Fouled off to the right. George goes chitty chitty bang bang. Jeremiah grew up during my era. Yeah, I remember. It's just Explorers. If you're talking about the one with Ethan Hawke and a young River Phoenix, that was just plain Explorers. Or are you talking about another one? That movie bombed, but I loved it. Torkelson takes a change up low. The count now 2-2. 2 down, runner at first for the Tigers. We're in the top of the 7th. Detroit up 5-1. Swing and a miss. A sinker from Cano right down the gut.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Oh, Cloak and Dagger, right. That was the one with Dabney Coleman, right? Jeremiah, I think, must be right around my age. Because, yeah, 80s. Man, there was some, kids in the 80s had it so good when it came to movies. Because they would make movies that were for kids, but were really like adult movies, you know? And a lot of stuff that was PG that would never be PG today. Jaws 2 wasn't nearly, well, that diminishing returns with Jaws, big time. By the time you get to 4, ridiculous. The only person left in the franchise is the wife of Chief Brody, who nobody cared about from the first one anyway. And we got to follow her ass down to the Bahamas. And for some reason, the shark is like, you know what? I'm going to just swim to the Bahamas, meet up with you, terrorize you. And you know, the best thing to do, by the way, if you're traumatized by sharks and you want to get away, go to the Bahamas. Nothing to worry about down there. Just completely surrounded by water no matter where you go. It's either that or Oklahoma. And she passed and went Bahamas. What are you going to do? Michael Caine flying a plane. That's so bad. Never Ending Story is a fantastic, like that. Never Ending Story is a perfect example. That is a kid's movie that is very heavy, but as a kid and then looking back on it now, I appreciate it so much for just how heavy like some of those topics were, and how they were giving a child like me, maybe 9 years old at the time, the benefit of the doubt that he could figure out what some of these, pretty tough, topics we're trying to discuss. Jordan Westberg's up to lead off the bottom of the 7th. West is that way. Oh, we forgot. Westberg with a foul ball off to the left. Folks, forgive it for being late and for being super quick and not all that hype, but it's time to throw some cakes on the griddle because it's 7th inning stretch time, even though it's already the bottom of the 7th. So go ahead and throw some cakes up in the chat if you're in the mood. If not, it's okay because I was way too late.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
And Westberg gets hit by a pitch up and in. He turned away from it. It looks like it didn't hit him square, so no harm, no foul. We'll take the lead-off base runner. Westberg on with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the milkman, folks. We need a rally. Come on. Maybe that hit by pitch will start something up. We're at 90 likes, by the way, folks. Let's get her up to 100. The viewers have gone down. I think some people have already given up. I'm not. Not me. Oh, no. Not me. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Cowser. Westberg at first. Look at that shot, man. Right when that last color of the sky goes down at night over that outfield skyline, it is a beautiful sight. Swing and a miss. That was not a beautiful sight. Cowser strikes out on 3 pitches, and there is your 2-hour mark. Gosh, I wish somebody would have just had the decency, the wherewithal, and the overall common sense to remind BW that the 2-hour mark was coming up. If only. Here's Kobe Mayo. It's a ball to third on a big bounce. They go to second for 1 over to first. It's a double play. Good grief. Good grief. Well, nothing doing here.
Big buck. Stop it all. Big buck. Stop it all.
What was that? It was bad. It had nothing. No fire, no energy, no nothing.
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
What was that? It was bad. It had nothing. No fire, no energy, no nothing.
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
Yeah, I was joking, Froggy. That was me joking about. Oh, I wish somebody would just have the common decency to just give me a I remember seeing it earlier, and I'm like, all right, I do have to do that. Let me figure out the next time, the best time for that, and then I just forgot. Like a lot of things. The Omen, another great kids movie. Come on, folks. Yes. I mean, here's a kid. The other thing about me as a kid growing up in the 80s, for the most part, born in the 70s, but the 80s were my growing up years. And my parents, my parents were split up and lived with my mom, went with my dad on the weekends, maybe every other weekend. And my dad didn't know what to do with me much, so he would take me to the movie theater. So I'd go to see a movie every week with him. And he'd always pick the same genre. It was whatever Stallone movie was out, whatever Arnold movie was out, that kind of thing. And then my mom, she didn't know what to do with me. So once a week, I'm with her going to see usually comedies, goofball comedies, but, stuff that's like like Police Academy. Stuff I shouldn't be. Porky's. I saw Porky's when I was like 4. That shouldn't have happened. Maybe I was 5. What the hell are you doing bringing a 5-year-old to Porky's? Hey, Scott Blewett is on the mound. First pitch is a ball. Now, I am very thankful I got to see Porky's at 5. I got to learn a lot early. 2-0 the count on McKinstry, who's 2 for 3. This pitch is popped straight up on the infield, third base side. Who wants it? Coming in. Somebody get out of the way. Ramon Laureano taking charge after a long run in from left field. 1 down. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Ernest Goes to Camp. Goonies. Yeah, but like Police Academy, like what are you doing taking me? But it's so fun. I was watching Police Academy not that long ago, and I got to tell you, folks, that scene with the commandant at the podium, I know you know what I'm talking about. Wencio Perez at the plate, the count is 0-1. Folks, that scene, I went to school to study filmmaking and stuff, like that was what I was into. That scene is a perfectly directed comedy scene. It is perfect. Perfectly executed. The podium scene in Police Academy. Go watch it again if it's been a while. It's hilarious. 0-2 pitch. Fouled at the plate by Perez. Scott Blewett. Hey, Matt. Where the hell you been? That ball is lined over the glove of Holiday into right center field. A 1-out single for Wencio Perez. He's on again. Perez already has a sac fly in his first at-bat. And now has a couple of hits, including a double. Here is Javier Baez. What's that about Animal House?
Drop the big one.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is.
Swing and a miss. 1-1 account on Baez. We're in the top of the 8th. The Tigers lead at 5-1. Game 1 of 3 here at Camden Yards. Here's a breaking ball hit to third. They go to second for 1, over to first. Folks, it's a 5-4-3 twin killing to end the inning. All right, now we're just naming movies. Mac and Me. Nobody has Mac and Me on their list of go-to movies. Come on. Mac and Me is absolutely terrible. And folks, I've probably seen it 12 times because I love how bad it is. Oh, is that movie so delightfully awful. And I love a good rip-off of a movie, kind of a movie, you know, that like 8 years after E.T. attempt at ripping off E.T. kind of a thing. Like you're so late, and then you basically make a McDonald's commercial into a 90-minute piece of junk movie. The famous cliff fall scene, made famous by Paul Rudd and his appearances on Conan O'Brien. Does anybody know what the hell I'm talking about? I hope so. But folks, I'm talking about movies as a kid that were made for kids. And I'm saying back in the day, you know, they made it a little, you know, things got a little heavier for kids in those days. Anybody ever see The Secret of Nim? A Don Bluth animated film, The Secret of Nim? That is an animated movie that is tough. That is tough. They're not messing around in that story. I saw that when I was like 4 or 5. Had nightmares. It was great. And The Dark Crystal, another one. Classic. Jim Henson. Trying to scare kids. Traumatize them for life. And he did. Here's Sid Mullins. First pitch is a called strike. And throw Labyrinth in there. 0-1 pitch to Mullins is popped straight up behind the plate. Dingler with a look. And into the crowd. Hey, Dingler. Edwards says the game's going fast and you'll miss the comedy. Well, come on back tomorrow. 162 episodes of BW stand-up. Is sit-down stand-up. Here's a ground ball to first by Mullins on an 0-2 pitch. Torkelson takes it to the bag. And this is going fast. We're running out of outs, folks. 1 away in the 8th inning. Lineup flips over for perhaps the final time. Honestly, it needs to flip over one more time if we're going to come back. Jackson Holiday up with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch swinging. It's a fair ball down the right field line, and Holiday will have at least 2. No need to test the arm. Down 4 runs. Holiday pulls into second with his 10th double of the season, folks. Splash it up.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
All right, look. Here's my deal with Holiday. If Jackson wants to swing at the first pitch all the time, as long as the numbers look good, fine. I can put up with never working a count. But walking was a part of his profile, right? Like, that was part of the appeal of this guy. Part of the reason why he was a number 1 overall guy. This ball gets away, and Holiday's going to try for third. He'll get in there. A late throw down, and the ball dropped there anyway. So the Orioles have a runner 90 feet away with less than 2 out.
Meep, meep.
With Adley at the plate.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
So, yeah, my thing with Jackson is like, look, you do you, but not hitting first, okay? I don't want him top of the lineup if this is how he's going to be. Hit him a little bit lower. Honestly, I think the way he plays at the plate, he should be hitting like 4 or 5. He just happens to be a 4 or 5 guy that normally that's a power spot where he has that speed element as well. Nothing wrong with some speed in the middle of your order. That's a called strike on a 2-0 pitch to Rutschman that looked outside, and it was. Adley is 0 for 3. Damn this umpire. Don't make me get the bees.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
Don't make me get the bees.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
2-1 on Rutschman. Low, ball 3. Okay. We got a hitter's count. We got a runner with speed on third with less than 2 down. Let's get him in. The 3-1 to Rutschman. Swung on, hit to left. That'll get the run in. Will it do more? No. Riley Green crashes into the wall, making a catch and left. Rutschman just missed it, going opposite field. It drives in a run to make it 5-2. But there's 2 down and the base is empty now. And man, if that ball would have been able to drop in, it would feel a whole lot more exciting right now. But we do get a run. It's 5-2. Gunner up, 2 down, bases empty. And a first pitch strike on the outside edge from Gibson Long. So they can just go straight from the guy that was supposed to start right to their closer now with a 3-run lead. It's just not fair. The way these Tigers, they're sneaky. They're sneaky. They're smart. Oh and 2 on Gunner. And that one, rising fastball, he's able to foul it off. Still 0 and 2. Gibson Long's about to throw just his 50th pitch. The 0-2 again is low. One and 2 on Gunner. That one's lined. And a base hit over the first baseman's glove into the corner. That'll be at least 2. And it's bobbled over there, but Gunner, I don't think, saw it. Again, no need to push anything with 2 down. Gunner pulls into second with a 2-out double. And this inning isn't over yet, folks. Splash it up.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
All right. Keep the line moving. The tying run now is on deck. And the Tigers will have a visit from their pitching coach. Oh, no, they're going to make a change. Is that the manager? I honestly don't know who is the Tigers manager? We got a pitching change. Ramon Laureano due up next. Hang in there, folks. 5-2. Orioles have a runner at second with 2 down. Folks, have we hit our 100 like count goal? We are 5 short. All right, folks, now's the time. BW's got to put in the work. Hey, if you're watching right now, thanks for being here. We got ourselves a 5-2 ball game. Detroit ahead. We'd like to get to 100 likes. So we're only 4 away now. Somebody just tapped it. If you're watching right now and you haven't done it already, please hit that like button. Let's hit triple digits and see if that helps things out. We're only 3 away right now. Logan says, have your stinking like. Thank you, Logan.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
We are at 99 likes, folks. And now 100.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Good on you guys. Good on you. I really appreciate it. This game ain't over yet.
Drop the big one.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is.
All right. We are needing a hit from Laureano or just any way to get on base to keep the line moving. Down 3 runs. A hit would make it a 5-3 ball game. We got Gunnar at second base. Tommy Canley is on. A 1.26 ERA and a .73 whip. And opponents are hitting just 141 off of him. Holy cow. He's also had some saves, but something like, what was it, 8 out of 11? That doesn't seem like the save numbers of a guy that's the primary closer. Is Canley normally closing games? First pitch inside, because it would be weird to ask your closer to come in the 8th when it's still a 3-run ball game and just 1 runner on base. It's 2-0 on Laureano. Off to a good start here. That ball bounces in there. It's 3-0. Okay. Again, get on base, buddy. Tying runs on deck. Walks don't count toward that average against. So take another pitch. He does. On the inside corner for a strike. A changeup. I mean, these numbers I'm looking at with Canley, you might want to take the next pitch. Yes, take it and take your walk. All right.
I'm walking here.
Tying run is coming up, and BW ain't quitting yet. Folks, he hasn't looked good at the plate tonight, but Ryan O'Hearn, who do you want up in this spot?
Fight's on. Let's turn and burn.
2 down. He's the tying run at the plate. The pitch. Low and away, ball 1. Canley can't find the zone. Come on, we need a big hit. We need a big one. 1-0. Low and away, 2-0. I say keep taking. Grip it and don't rip it. Let this guy keep getting himself into trouble. Off the plate, ball 3. Keep on taking. Take. 3-0. Low and away.
You called that blue, you son of a... That is so not close. It's low and outside. You just gave him that pitch. You bum. You bum.
Fouled away, 3-2. Get the bees.
Oh, no, not the bees. Not the bees. Ah! Oh, my eyes. My eyes. Ah!
2 down, full count. The runners will be going. The pitch. And we swung at ball 4. Blue, suck my balls. We go to the 9th. Sorry, folks. Family show. 5-2 Tigers. Which nut you want first, Blue? Left or right? Or are you too blind to figure out which is which? You schmuck.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I apologize for Baltimore. I apologize for Baltimore.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
I apologize for Baltimore.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
I apologize for Baltimore.
Thanks, Blue. Thanks for taking our one chance to maybe just pull something off and just pull the rug out. Thanks. It was the worst call of the night. It was the biggest missed call of the whole damn night in the biggest possible spot. Those are facts. Biggest bad call of the night, like worst, like off, whether calling a strike or ball or vice versa. It was the biggest one off all night. And it comes in the biggest spot for us in the game. Really, really good timing, Blue. Blewett is out here to begin the 9th inning. First pitch to Meadows is a strike. Here's a little soft liner to third, caught by Westberg for the first out. I got to finish off this little roach so I can calm down. By the way, I can't get excited anymore. That freak out I had on Blue, surely was heard by at least a couple of floors in this building. So I gotta play it safe here. It's still only 7:58 a.m. here. I'm just so pissed. And now I'm watching a close-up of the umpire, so apparently Masson's still talking about it too. Kerry Carpenter's up to pinch hit, and he takes up and away for ball 1. Carpenter, normally an everyday player, got the night off. He's hitting .274, 13 homers. We were lucky to not have this guy in the lineup tonight. I mean, this guy along with Riley Green are the two big bats. Even though Riley Green is mid. So I guess Carpenter's mid too. Bo Brisky and Will Vest. A couple of righties getting up. So one of those guys will close, and the other guy will come on if the Tigers make it bigger than the 3-run lead it currently is. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2 on Carpenter. Pinch hitting for Jahmai Jones. Wow, they must really be going in on the umps on the Masson broadcast. Again, the volume is only loud enough where I can hear the crack of the bat. I can't have the volume high and have Kevin Brown in my ear. It would drive me crazy. But clearly they're talking about the umpires because they're just showing shots of umpires. Left center field, this ball is trouble. Chased down out there on a lunging grab by Cowser. That was nearly a ball he had to dive for. he was able to stay on his feet and catch this one at his shoelaces on a dead sprint into the left center field gap. Nice catch and nice range shown there by Cowser in center field. Telling you folks, Cowser can handle center field. Everybody's pretty convinced Mullins isn't going to be with the team next year, and I know Bradfield is a guy we're looking at for the future, but we're not desperate for a center fielder if Cowser or if Mullins moves on. 0-1 the count. That pitch is just off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a closer pitch than the one we got screwed on, I can tell you that. The 1-1 to Glaber is too hot. Okay. We just got a pitch. Wow. That pitch was 4 inches high. We get the call. 1-2 the count. This umpire is just guessing. He's not even trying. That pitch wasn't much higher than the previous one, but it's a ball now. 2-2 the count. 2 down, nobody on. That ball is laced in the center. Will get down in front of Cowser for a base hit. 2-out knock for Glaber Torres. After starting the game 0 for 3, he's had a pair of hits in his last 2 trips up. Riley Green gets one more chance to hit. Tough cookie. He's a mid, but he's up. Green takes the first pitch inside. It's 5-2 Tigers in the top of the 9th. Detroit has been ahead or at least tied for the entire game. They took a 1-0 lead in the second. The Orioles did tie it in the bottom of the third at 1 apiece. But the Tigers took a 2-1 lead in the fourth, then added another 3 runs in the fifth to make it 5-1. The Orioles got 1 back in the 8th to make it the current score 5-2. Riley Green looks at a pitch outside. It's 2-1. Here's a ball hit in the air. Green had to reach for it, so couldn't get a whole lot on it. Still able to hit it about 360 feet or so. Caught out there by Cowser to win the inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th, folks. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up. Westberg, Cowser, and Mayo, and they've combined to go 0 for 8 tonight. We are down 3, and it's either going to be Breesky or Vest coming on for the Tigers. A right-hander either way. Lovely. If you're wondering who we have on the bench, it's Ramon Arias, Jorge Mateo, Maverick Hanley, and Dylan Carlson. So just righties and a switch. They don't really have much of a lefty weapon against whichever righty they're going with. Who do we got coming up? I mean, for instance, Mayo. If you want to pinch hit for Mayo with a lefty, we don't really have it. Carlson for Mayo, is that much of an upgrade? I guess. If you want to keep the game going, Carlson gives you a better chance to move the line. I think the only way I'd want Mayo to hit for himself is if Westberg and Cowser both got on with nobody out, and Mayo was the tying run, and he has that chance that he's supposed to have of hitting a home run ball. But otherwise, yeah, I'd probably go to Carlson just to keep the line moving and bring up the next guy to try to drive him in. Will Vest is the guy on. Okay, so he's 10 for 12 in save opportunities. More excellent numbers. 1.67 ERA. Opponents are hitting under 200. Just another really, really good reliever in this Tiger bullpen. Backs against the wall for the Orioles. They've been out hit so far 12-5. It's Jordan Westburg 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch is out. Don't call that. God. 3 inches. 3 inches outside. They call it a strike. That's low. Are you okay, Blue? Thank you. That pitch is closer than the one you called a strike. I guess, whatever. 1-1 the count. Now you know that's outside, Blue. You know now? Okay. 2 balls, 1 strike. On Westburg. Leading it off in the bottom of the 9th. The Orioles need to get 2 men on, but get the tying run up. Outside, 3-1. And now, again, you go back to that blown pitch called a strike. That would have been a 4-pitch walk. That would have been a 4-pitch walk had Blue not blown a call to begin this at-bat. Westburg fouls it off. It's a full count now. What do you call it? Conspiracy or whatever. It's definitely not a conspiracy. Oh, that ball's hit to left by Westburg. Come on, keep traveling, keep going. That ball is gone. Bye, birdie. Westy is home. He's back, and he's contributing. His 5th home run of the season. It's a solo shot. We need more to do, but hey, there's nobody out. It's 5-3 Detroit. Westburg, welcome back. Cowser takes one low for ball 1. It's a 2-run game. Cowser's 0 for 3. Folks, get them cows up quick. Hurry up. That's a strike. It's 1-1. Hurry up. Get him up. The 1-1 swung on and missed. He chased a changeup outside, 1-2. Cowser 0 for 3. His average right now, just 200. He's got 3 homers and 3 RBI in the season, so he has yet to drive in anyone but himself. And I wouldn't mind if that were the case again here. We'd love to get him on, but hey, hit another home run. There's still nobody out. 2-2 on Cowser, folks. Pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes on the milkman. Pitch. Fouled away. Cowser, good eye. You could see him locked in, following that pitch, low and away, and fouling it off. Come on, buddy. Lock in. I want a crazy 9th inning. This ball's hit in the air, left field, right at Riley Green. He makes the catch, 1 away. First out in the 9th. We still need a base runner to get the tying run of the plate. So nice to have Westberg back in the lineup. And in the field. Here's Ramon Arias. He gets a chance to pinch hit for Mayo. How about this? So instead of the switch hitting Carlson, we go with Arias, and I think that is the right move. Arias in for Mayo to try to keep the line moving. And that pitch is fouled back. It's 1-1. Mancelino, I approve of this pinch hitting move. Keep the line moving down 2 with 1 out.
I have a brother.
Pitch. Swing and a miss. Behind a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-2. Said Mullins is on deck, hoping to be the tying run if Arias can get on. There's a little 8-year-old maybe with his rally cap on. Here's a ground ball, but right to second. Gleyber Torres with the throw. Arias is down, and the Orioles are down to 1 more out. But here we go, folks. You know what? I know it's bad, but maybe, just maybe. You got Mullins up. He's due 0 for 3. And then Jackson waiting on deck. If he can get up here with Mullins on base, we got a shot. Mullins fouls the first pitch away. It's 0-1. This loss is going to hurt, but I think the worst pain I'm going to feel this season has already happened. This is fouled away. It's 0-2. 2 strikes with 2 down in the 9th.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Don't freeze my game right now. Not in this moment. Swing and a miss. Mullins chases one in the dirt, and the ball game is over. The Orioles just couldn't get the bats going tonight. They had little glimpses here and there to scratch 3 runs on the board, but just 6 hits to the Tigers' 12. Both teams had their share of runners left on. The Tigers 7, the Orioles 6, but Tigers pounding out twice as many hits, 12-6, and win this ball game 5-3. It was not a great start from Cade Povich. It started promisingly enough against a tough Tiger team. First 4 innings, he got through it, giving up a couple of runs, and he had struck out 4 or 5 batters up until that point. But it was that 5th inning that did him in. Turned into a 5-run inning, and that's all the runs the Tigers needed. Or it didn't turn into a 5-run inning. Turned into a 3-run inning. Excuse me. But it turns out those 3 runs, yeah, that was the difference maker. Final score, Tigers 5, Baltimore 3. Yeah, KPK, maybe. Parking lot says Povich is not it. Yeah. I know, guys. Okay, you say not it. Versus Morton, not it? Because right now, I know people want to see Trevor Rogers get another chance. But who would you rather see him take the spot? Morton or Povich? To me, you go with the kid. Povich at least shows you something that gives you, pretty fair optimism that with time and seasoning in the bigs, he can grow into a better pitcher than he is right now. Whereas with Morton, I mean, what are we doing? Just trying to salvage a bad contract? Otherwise, we know he's done after this year. What are we doing? So, in my view, yeah, Povich maybe not making people feel too good right now with his 5.5 ERA, $1.50 whip. But based on what we got right now, I think Morton should get pushed out first. But I think the Orioles are going to do the opposite. And this was part of what I was talking about. Here, should I go into my, whatchamacallit, large screen portion? I look so, like, low down. I don't know why. I don't feel like figuring it out. But, yeah, the Orioles, I thought they were up to something with the rotation because on the Monday, on the off day yesterday, they eliminated all the probable starters for this series. It was just all to be determined. And I'm thinking, well, what are they tinkering with here? What are they thinking about doing? Because, yeah, you had a bad start from Morton, and Povich lately, has been pretty shaky. So are they considering inserting Rogers somewhere into this rotation, and they haven't figured out exactly which guy they want to move and where? And I think eventually they just didn't really come up with, any new ideas. We're still pitching the same guys that were scheduled to pitch, with Zach Eflin and Dean Kramer pitching games 2 and 3 coming up. But I do think Trevor Rogers deserves his chance. But I think it might come at the expense of Povich. But I do think Povich might still have a chance to stay up and be put into the pen in long relief. And the reason I say that is because we're kind of lacking a lefty. We're lacking 2 things in the bullpen right now: a long reliever and a lefty, because Perez got demoted. Well, he got cut, but he's, in AAA. So we only have Soto and Aiken as the 2 lefties in the pen. You put Povich there, gives you a third lefty arm, gives you a long man, and then it also gives the Orioles a reason to keep using Charlie Morton, because they spent $15 million on him, and they have to, like they do, try and salvage or, whatever. Try and save face with a bad signing. It's reminds you of Craig Kimbrell last year when they went out and brought him in on a 1-year deal to close. And we knew that there came a point where he just had to go on to somebody else. Whether or not there was a clear-cut next guy that should take over didn't matter. We just knew that Kimbrell couldn't get the job done. But they just kept going with him because of the money. Little boy Blue. He needed the money. Oh! It's B.W. Dice Clay with the post-game wrap-up. Oh! Yeah, so, look, folks. The rotation is obviously, got some problems, but I think big picture, how bad things started, things have improved, right? Kramer's last start wasn't good, but he had gone 7 starts in a row with a combined ERA of under 3.5. So Kramer was doing his job. Sagano was doing his job, but he just had his worst outing probably since the first 1 or 2 outings. I remember he had kind of a clunker there early in his first couple of starts. So that was his worst start, maybe his worst overall start. So you got to deal with that. Eflin has been okay, but seems like since coming back from his injury, he was not as sharp as he was since before, but that might not be too big of a deal going forward. I think Eflin is still okay, middle of the rotation guy, but unfortunately for our rotation, he's kind of the ace, kind of. I don't know, folks. Hey, Melanie Newman. What are we rocking tonight? We got a nice powder blue Oriole. Yeah, the Orioles. Folks, when you think of the Orioles, what color comes to your mind first? Powder blue. Where do you come up with this shirt, Melanie? Stop shopping at the Orioles store. Yeah, and that's the other, KPK talking about Kramer would be fine as a 5. That's the other thing, is that all these pitchers are basically asked to be performing at a level higher, or when we're talking rotation, a 1 or 2, rungs up the rotation ladder higher than they really are. Everybody's having to do more than we thought that they needed to do, because we are, we don't have much of an arsenal, do we? It's pretty slim pickings. Melanie is sneaky. That is Dave Johnson, right? Okay. I couldn't tell when he was sitting opposite Kevin Brown earlier. All right, folks. It's Melanie's City Connect. Yeah. She's got her own City Connect. Ah, boy. Let's look at tomorrow's matchup, folks, and then BW is going to go get some breakfast. And, yeah. Probably drown my sorrows. Time of the game, 2 hours, 37 minutes. It was pretty quick. I guess that's why I'm taking my time, folks. I got to ride the clock out a little bit. How many people we got left? 57. Just like a Chevy. Anybody got anything they want to ask BW? Because, in the game, when I'm trying to call it, people be throwing stuff out at me all the time. Half the time I miss it. The other half I kind of read it and then go, well, I can't really get into that right now. Well, now's the time. What's on your mind? BW is here to answer any of your questions. The most personal question you could possibly ask me. Go ahead. I'll give you an answer. It might be a lie, but I'll answer. But if it's something to do with the Orioles, will the Orioles be sellers? I think eventually yes. I do. It's just, yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. There might be a bit of a dynamic between ownership and Elias. And I don't even know who's on which side. Because if the Orioles were to fight back and be near 500, knowing that a 85-win season could get you in, but then you think about how many bad signings were made to kind of put this team together and the potential for Elias to do more damage by buying instead of selling. I don't know. Or maybe he would do more damage selling than buying. I don't know either. I don't know. I kind of want somebody else to not, or somebody else to, We need a John Mabry for a GM to just be a GM consultant. We need a Jonah Hill for this Brad Pitt. We got Mike Elias. And no, Mike, you're no Brad Pitt. Don't get any ideas. Billy Bean should already be grateful enough. That was a stretch casting, but hey, whatever. Jordan Westburg got a home run tonight, folks. If you want something to feel good about, Westburg is back, and he homered on his debut back. Holiday had a couple of hits at the top of the lineup, chasing first pitches and getting hits. I swear, all 4 at-bats, first pitch. But 2 times, he got hits. Like I say, that approach is going to work. I don't mind, but I don't know if I'm really happy anymore with him hitting at the top of the lineup if that's the way he's going to do things. I think you got to move him down a little bit. Not far, but down, not leadoff. I mean, you can put Gunnar right back at leadoff, and at least you still got some speed, that speed-power combo at the top. I'm not sure if Holiday's good at 3, maybe 4. But, yeah, something like that. Something like that. I just worry, yeah. Because we saw tonight that their starter, that relief pitcher, Brand Herter, was able to go 2 2/3 innings on just 44 pitches. And really, the pitch count was much lower than that until that last couple of batters he had some long at-bats with. But otherwise, yeah, just the total number of pitches thrown tonight, let's see. 53, 102. All right, we got up to 133 over 9 innings. That is what? That's like 15. That's not bad. It's about 15 per inning. Hey, Mansolino press conference. Oh, man, Mansolino, I didn't realize till now. He's doing that same thing with Brian Roberts does with the hair. Is that a thing in baseball where you gotta take your hair and like push it to the middle and then like make like this weird, hold on. I'm trying again. I don't know. My hair might be too limp to pull it off. Oh, that's a good look. Hey, everybody. Brian Roberts here, everybody. Hey, Tony Mansolino here with the Press Gamer. Post-game presser, sorry. A little excited. Just got my hair did. Guys. Oh, my God. I look like Glenn Danzig. What the hell am I doing? What the hell's going on here? Hey. Well, I guess tonight it was just a matter of not getting the big hit in the big spot. And Povich, yep. I don't know. Back to you. My barber called. What's wrong? Hey, I'm Brian Roberts' age. I can do whatever Brian Roberts does because we're the exact same age. Well, we're not born on the same day, but same graduating class. University of South Carolina. Go Gamecocks. Folks, what are we going to do with this team? Huh? This is not what I ordered off the menu when I sat down in this restaurant back in late March. What's Mansolino talking about? Great. I take time to wait for him to talk, and whoever the reporter is asking a 2-minute long question. So I'm just sitting here. Mansolino does that eyebrow thing too. Why do our coaches and former players insist on raising their eyebrows and making creases in their forehead as if everything is a shocking surprise? I don't know. Everybody's tweaking. That would explain the aggressive hitting approach. Go up there and swing. Go up there and swing. First pitch. Come on. You got him. You got him. First pitch. Go. No. Have we figured it out? Folks, allegedly, there may be a problem with hard drug use. Again, allegedly was put out there, and this is all for fun. And if you sue me, have fun collecting whatever 50% of nothing is. It's in the water. Why is our coaching staff tweaking? What are the qualifications for looking suave, Book Doc, in your humble view? What are the defining characteristics to make one suave? What do I got to do? I know I'm nowhere near it, but just I'm curious. You're welcome, Matt. 2 times. Hey, Matty 2 times. They call him that on account of the fact that he says things twice. What's in the Homer hose? Oh, that's a good question. Could be some absinthe or something. I don't know. Everybody's on something. Hey, is that the top of my actual... I do need to adjust this. I think the camera has been pointing up too high this whole time. But I'm trying to point it down. I don't know what's going on, folks. All right. As long as there's a few people here, I'll just keep flapping my gums because, I'm trying to wait until the overnight shift leaves the breakfast nook over here. Nose hair cam. Ew, I'm backed up. Hey, Joe. Hello from Philly. JJ's our caller. JJ, you're on the line. JJ. What, do you want me to open up the Discord? It'll mess up my microphone. Are we back? No, not feeling goo. What are we doing? Go back to this. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Where is the stream I'm in the middle of doing? All right. There we go. How many people survived that? 20. Hey, is my microphone too hot? I sound too hot. I think that mic's too hot. Hello. Check. Check. Yeah, it's too hot. I'm too hot, everybody. I'm too hot. Hello. How are you? All right. What happened here in the mod chat? This game, no worries, thanks. Yeah, he was a bit of a nuisance in the Charm City chat tonight. But eventually, I guess once the game kind of was out of reach for us, he gave up. I don't know. Wow, did I get any subscribers tonight? Anybody morbid enough to find out with me? Hang in there and you'll know in a sec. I'm going in. I either got 1, 2, or none. If it didn't change to 28-10. I got -2. That's why you get up at 4:30 in the morning. That's why you put your heart and soul into this. So you can watch a channel not grow. That is... All right, well, at least the super chats were rolling in tonight. Just want to total everything up here real quick and, oh. Yeah, that too. Huh. Well, alrighty then. Really good for the morale. Nothing like a loss and your channel tanking. All at the same time. Well, folks, looks like BW's got plenty to think about for the rest of the day. Time for me to go. So glad you stuck around during that last dropout when the stream went frozen. And got to share that sub update with me. Wow. Great news. All right, folks, tomorrow, same start time as tonight. What was it? Why are these games so early? The stream will start at 6:20 p.m. Eastern, 6:35 first pitch. It's, who is it? I forget. It's Zach Eflin versus Casey Mize. Eflin versus Mize tomorrow, game 2. We'll find out a way to have, or figure out a way to have some fun, I think. Yeah, Book Doc, I just don't want it to go down to 20, yeah, you know, I just don't want it to go backwards. That's all. It's not good optics. Hey, thanks for hanging out super late with me, folks, and, yeah, sorry about the loss. It's now 3 out of 4 lost. After losing 2 out of 3 in Oakland. Oh, there I did it again. 2 out of 3 in Sacramento, and now lost 3 and 4 with this opening loss to the Tigers. Scooble's coming up, game 3. Good Lord. If we lose tomorrow, then yeah. All that work we did with that nice week and a half, it will just cancel itself out, and we'll be back to where we were and looking more and more at the, you know, through the lens of reality, which is that this season is going to be a lost one. It's just incredible. Just incredible. You want to have hope. But I mean... What can you say, folks? You had to know, you know, it's one, okay, we knew we couldn't just keep winning 6 in a row and just never lose. We had to take a loss. But then it was like, all right, now you got to start looking at 2 out of 3, and then we lose 2 out of 3 to Oakland. I said Oakland again, and now I don't care. And now we've lost this opener, and you got Scooble game 3. It's just... Again, like you say, there's so many games left, and I can no longer say we've got over 100 games left. We don't. It's in the 90s now. And before you blink, it'll be the halfway point of the season. So you just can't afford to be dropping series at all. Maybe 1 or 2 over the course of months, but you gotta win every other series. Get back into this. Boy. All right, folks. Let me see if there's somewhere I can send you. And once again, thanks for letting me ride the clock out. JJ is on. Oh, was somebody telling me to take the JJ? There's another channel called Max Coverage. I don't really know that guy, but I know JJ knows him. Maybe I should redirect you to him sometime. You're going to JJ. Is the Phillies game, are they in the post? Is he in the post game show? Oh, it's the bottom of the ninth with one out. Is that the case? All right. So, folks, you're going to see the final couple of outs in the Cubs-Phillies game. Sending it there now. Say hi to JJ for me. And hopefully... Oh, I spelled Detroit wrong in the title of this stupid stream. No wonder my numbers were down. I spelled Detroit wrong in the title. I just fixed it. Great timing, BW. Great job overall, BW. All right, folks. See you later. Until tomorrow, this has been the Bird Watcher, and I will chirp at you later. Have a good night.